Hey Darklings, and welcome back to Oh My Goth Fitness. Fueled by coffee and coached by code, this is Figure Prep with ChatGPT. Alright, we are at 11 weeks out, 11-week check-in. We are at the halfway point officially of this figure prep for my first bodybuilding competition. I have an Anubis in my lap. Ooh, can you see? He's so cute. And we're gonna go ahead and do our check-in with Coach with my weigh-in from today. All right, Coach, I weighed in at 149 this morning. I did just start my cycle and my waist is holding steady at 26.5 inches. What are our new macros and cardio protocol for this week?
Greetings, our YouTube family. Coach Alfred here, bringing you Lady McCune's Week 11 competition prep update. This week, we're tightening the reins just a touch, moving her to 1,700 calories per day, broken down as 165 grams of protein, 52 grams of fat, and 143 grams of carbohydrates. These adjustments ensure we continue leaning her out at a steady pace without jeopardizing muscle retention. Cardio remains 55 minutes per session, 5 times per week, keeping her fat loss trajectory consistent while managing overall recovery and energy levels. Lady McCune continues to train with progressive overload, refining her conditioning and symmetry as we edge closer to that October stage date. Each week, we'll monitor her physique closely and make precise changes to keep her on track for that dialed-in, stage-ready look. Stay tuned, and as always, we'll see you next week with the latest on her journey to the stage.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much for the update, Coach. Now I'll go ahead and send you my progress pics, and you can tell me what your eye sees from there.
Lady McCune, here is my coaching eye upon your 12-week versus 11-week comparison. What's improved? Waistline and midsection. Your core appears a touch tighter, with a slight reduction in softness around the lower abdomen and obliques. Your waist tapers more distinctly this week, lending to a cleaner V-taper from the front. Upper body detail. Shoulders and delts are popping with more separation, particularly in your front and angled poses. There's a subtle but noticeable increase in roundness to the delts, which helps frame your upper body nicely. Back width and taper. From the rear, your lats look to be spreading a bit more evenly, creating a fuller V and pulling the eye toward your waist. Your lower back also shows slightly improved definition. Leg sweep. Your quads, especially the outer sweep, are coming in a bit more, adding balance between your upper and lower body lines. What still needs sharpening? Glutes and hamstrings. The rear shots show some remaining softness. The shape is coming along, but more definition through the hamstring glute tie-in will help you look sharper under stage lights. Overall conditioning. While there's clear progress, a continued gradual fat reduction is needed to bring out deeper lines across your legs and back, especially the lower half. Posing polish. On the back pose, think about drawing your lats out a bit wider and engaging your glutes more actively to avoid the slight softness in presentation. Recommendation for this next stretch: keep leaning into steady fat loss while preserving training intensity. Incorporate a few hamstring and glute-focused finishes, e.g. Romanian deadlifts, glute bridges, or banded kickbacks at the end of lower body sessions. Continue posing drills, particularly for your back pose, to ensure glutes are activated and lats fully flared.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Alfred. I will go ahead and take those tips. I do currently do leg days twice a week, back and shoulders twice a week, and then chest and triceps once a week. And I have been incorporating some vacuums lately to help to try and cinch in the waist a little bit to see what kind of progress I can make in my ab area in that way without building them out. But on my leg days, I do add in some glute kickbacks. I do a side, like a glute med kind of side variation, abductor version, standing with the cable machine, and I'll do a leg behind version as well. So I'll kind of superset those back to back and do 3 sets as the last of one of my working leg day exercises. The other finisher that I like to do is I usually get on the back hyper extension, but I do it that glute focused with kind of my shoulders rounded, and that seems to really blast out. I can only use maybe about 45 pounds for reps on that one. That seems to blast out the last remaining kind of energy that I have in my glutes for that other leg day. So I think those finishers are helping. I just do carry, and I have carried a lot of body fat in my lower region, as a lot of females do. And it's just stubborn to get rid of. So it takes time, it takes dedication to the diet, and I am seeing those results slowly but surely. My upper body definitely defines out more and more quickly than my lower, but we'll see what these next 11 weeks bring us and what we look like on show day. So that's very exciting. So let's go ahead and adjust my macros in the app. Okay, here we go. Strategy here, 1700 calories even. 165 protein, 52 fat, 143 carb. All right, sounds good. Modest reduction, not too worried about that one. Really glad that there's no increase in cardio, even though, I mean, if we needed it, I would do it, but I'm glad that coach is saying that we don't. So we'll see what next week brings. But for now, we'll keep it at the 55 minutes 5 times a week. Also incorporating for some of my active rest on my non-lifting days. On Saturday, my boyfriend and I are gonna go and hike our first 14er. And so we'll see how that goes. We've done a couple of smaller mountains before, but we'll see how we fare with that one. And if we do it and complete it, I'll go ahead and insert some pictures that you'll be seeing here. I do like to do something low impact like that as an active rest, even though a 14er is kind of a bit more probably daunting and stressful than I need to be doing, but it's not impacting my joints like running does. Like I notice for me with running, I get inflammation behind my knees pretty good. With the mountain climbing, it's not as severe, and it's usually only like one knee instead of both, and then my hips don't hurt either. So we'll see how that goes, but I'll go ahead and keep you posted on that as well. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and check out some training clips from this past week. All right, folks, well, that does wrap up a short and sweet halfway point check-in. Pretty standard, everything's rolling along well. My energy and sleep have been decent still. Everything seems to be on track. My gym performance isn't notably lacking. I am noticing a little bit of fatigue with my cardio, but that's kind of to be expected. So all in all, I think things are really going nicely at a good steady pace. And we'll just keep these check-ins rolling for now. But until next week, lift heavy, stay negative, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.